Hello Virgos, I'm Christy, you're watching Tiny Turtle Tarot and this is your reading for the week ahead. As always, if anything I say resonates or you feel it will in the future, please let me know by liking and subscribing. Let's get on with your reading. What's happening for the beautiful Virgos this week? Knight of Wands, firstly. Don't like the Knight of Wands usually, but I'll try not to judge. Knight of Cups, also. The Hierophant, and the Queen of Cups. These all seem like people cards, but they're not. You got the Hierophant there also. So, Knight of Wands, firstly, is the one that I say I don't really like usually. Only if this is a love reading do I not like the Knight of Wands, because it's very, very much here for a good time, not for a long time. If that's what you're looking for, amazing, it's in the cards for you. However, a lot of you, I feel, are more looking for something deeper, especially with the Queen of Cups and the Hierophant and the Knight of Cups. There's a lot of like romantic love energy around your soul, which is a weird thing to say, but it's what came through. Like, your soul knows it needs something deeper than just here for a fun time, not for a long time with somebody. Like, you know you need something more grounded and long-lasting. So with the Knight of Wands, hopefully when I clarify that, that's more to do with the energy you're in which you're attacking life with, because it's a very passionate energy, it's a very exciting energy, it's a very fun energy, and so if that's what you're embodying, amazing. But if that's someone's attitude towards you, not amazing. So we're going to find out. Knight of Cups. Some of you have two different people interested in you. The reason I say that is Knight of Wands, Knight of Cups right next to each other, to me, is like potential people. So if you are single, there's two people kind of watching you. It's two people that are interested, very, very different in the sense that the Knight of Cups is like very romantic, and you also might not like them. I'm feeling you might be like, well, that's cheesy, ooh. I don't know why that's coming through. It's like, nah, there's a lot of cheesiness. There's a lot of, it's almost like someone's too sweet for you, or they're too, you're like, oh, I would hurt your feelings. I don't know, there's something where someone's too nice, or too nice, right? They're not too nice, but for some reason, maybe because of people you used to be with, or they're just seeming a huge contrast to other people. If you're in a relationship, there's just something where someone's being nicer than usual to you, and they're just being more like romantic than they usually are, and you're kind of like, what have you done wrong? I don't like this. They get you flowers or something, but they never randomly get you flowers before, and you're like, why are you doing that? What's happened? But I'll clarify and see a little bit more into that. Then you have the Hierophant. The Hierophant can be furthering a commitment. It's very much like, can be a teacher card as well. It is a teacher card of like, either you're a teacher to others, you teach, you're very wise, or there's a sense that you're gonna see, you're gonna find yourself in the position where you have a teacher, or you have a guide, or you have someone like a mentor, even if it's like, it could be something silly like someone you watch on YouTube, some guy that has a podcast, or a motivational YouTube, or a meditation. There's just something where you're learning a lot from listening to someone, or just being in someone else's energy. There's a lot of wisdom coming through, or vice versa, someone's learning a lot from being around your energy. But again, need to clarify to know a little bit more. Then you have Queen of Cups, just to spice things up. So you're going from two knights to the Queen of Cups. So Queen of Cups is the energy of somebody very intuitive, very loving. She is in her element. She knows, she's very like emotionally intelligent, and very like, very calm and collected and loving, and I don't know why I'm seeing someone crying, but it's somebody that's completely accepted that it's okay to cry. Like, it's almost like you could meet someone and they're crying in front of you, and you're like, oh, I'm glad that's not me, I'd be really embarrassed. And they're just like acting as if it happens every day. They're just like, well, it's a normal thing. I cry a lot. Like, there's just something where someone's very okay with expressing their emotions, and especially if this is like a male, if this is a man, it's very, very like, there's something about it being very humbling for you to be around someone that's very good at expressing their emotions. So maybe you have felt like you can't do that, and then you're going to see somebody else do it and get to learn from them. Clarify the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Wands with the Knight of Pentacles, it seems like there could be, for you singles watching, I'm sorry if you're in a relationship, I'm just going to stick to the singles bit for a second. Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Wands. Very much the energy of like, there's a player around you, but they're really playing something quite slowly. Like, it's very much player energy, but they could be coming towards you quite slowly to the energy that you're kind of like, oh, they're not a player. I've been getting to know them for months. Like, and it just seems like once they get what they're looking for, they'll be out the door in a way. I don't know, it seemed kind of harsh. There's something, I don't like that energy. So some of you, that's just a little warning. Not all of you, just keep an open mind. But Knight of Pentacles is slow and steady wins the race, and is usually a very good card. Others of you, there's also just a feeling of you being very passionate towards a certain subject. Some of you are traveling, and there is something you have picked up that you're like, oh, I'm good at this, I want to do this. Which is really specific. It's almost like you travel somewhere and they're like, here's a tattoo gun, and suddenly you're doing tattoos, and suddenly you're like, whoa, this is what I'm doing now. But it's like there's something where you're thinking big picture, and you're knowing that you have a lot to learn and you're willing to learn it. But it could be a very big shift from what you currently do for a job or for your career, but there's a passion for it where you're like, well, I don't really mind that there's a long way to go down this road, because it's something that excites me. It's something very contrasted to what you usually do, because you have the Death card there as well, so there's a huge rebirth for you about to happen. Could be to do with your job. It's like others of you, it's like you're traveling and you go and do some yoga. There's something about yoga coming in, or meditation even. And then you go, oh, this is my thing. I'm going to learn this, and I'm going to teach this. Yeah. And you know that you know nowhere near as much as you want to know, and you're willing to learn. Because Knight of Pentacles is very much slow and steady wins the race. You're not in a rush, you're not in a hurry, you want to know everything you can. Clarify the Knight of Cups. You have the Page of Swords. Similar energies to Capricorn's reading. Page of Swords with the Knight of Cups. There is someone that is actually like really studying you, and that's something similar to what I just told Capricorn, because they had the Page of Swords with the Lovers. You have the Page of Swords to clarify the Knight of Cups, and the Knight of Cups is someone very romantic, very much like, here, I bought you some chocolate, and you're like, what? Why? And it's almost as if you're somebody that's like, is it an anniversary? Is it someone's birthday? Like, are you confused? That was next month? What are you doing? And they're like, can I not just buy you something? There's something where you're a little bit like suspicious or like uncertain about it. But with the Page of Swords, there's also somebody's like learning how you work or how you tick, what makes you tick or something, because there's just a lot of like nervous energy around this person, and I feel like the nervous energy is they can't really understand you, and then they're aware that if they can't understand you, there's more to learn, and then they will, in a way. Like, because I'm getting languages come through, so maybe someone speaks a different language. Also, because I'm just getting they can't understand you, and then I just feel like some of you are genuinely, there's like a language barrier, and you're learning a new language, some of you. I'm really getting that strongly now. Yeah. Clarify the Hierophant. The Sun and the Moon. Whoa. Okay. Very contrasting energies again. But with the Hierophant here, there's also like a yin and yang. And then with the Hierophant, you're learning that. You're learning, if you've been through a rough time recently, you're kind of realizing, oh, the bad had to happen so that I can now experience the good. I had to go through that darkness to see and feel this happiness. The Sun is a very, very happy card, and the Moon is more feeling a little bit either lost or feeling like you don't really know. There's something where you can only see half the picture with the Moon, and you could feel like you're missing out. I don't know why I feel like that with the Moon right now. Like you feel like everyone else knows the secret but you, and you feel like everyone else is getting on with their life perfectly and they've been given the secret recipe, and you feel like you've missed out. That there's some type of thing with the Sun where you actually are going to have some type of awakening or realization where you're like, whoa, I wasn't the one missing out, I was just a little bit slower and I got there. And it feels all the more like healing because of the long journey it took. There's like a long period of darkness that you're coming out of, and it's much, much brighter now. Things are getting much, much better, and you're going to then learn that, and that's going to set you up now for life, where you now go, whenever something happens, whenever you're not feeling your best, you're kind of like, well, the sun's going to come out again. It's going to come back round. So it's a very, very healing, very much like how that person's acting. Put your arms up to the sun and just kind of like very grateful energy that things are working out as well as they are, or they're about to be. Clarifying the Queen of Cups, you have the Star card. So I was kind of like confused because I was reading the Sun card and I was saying healing, and I was thinking that's the Star card, and then I was thinking it's fine, the Sun is a star, right? It's fine. And then the Star card came out. So yeah, that is major healing. And then with the Queen of Cups, some of you is yourselves that are healing yourselves and being able to express emotion. And I'm not just talking sadness, there's also like anger and happiness and happy tears and angry, like a lot of tears for some reason. You might be releasing a lot that you hadn't released from the past, and you're finally letting it out of your body. But with the Star card and the Queen of Cups, there's something very, very healing, extremely healing. It's also a wish upon a star, and exciting things and wishes coming true, and hope as well. It's the biggest thing about the star is its hope, and it's kind of, which is the thing with the Sun and the Moon coming out, where I said it's setting you up now for life, where you know when things get dark or whatever happens, you know the sun's going to come back out. There's very much the feeling of the Star card of constantly knowing there's always hope, there's always that light at the end of the tunnel, there's always something you can look forward to. And if you don't have anything to look forward to, you're realizing you're creating it. You're kind of creating this light for others, and like that is leading you out of darkness. Some of you are healers, and it's very, very healing for you to get to see yourself healing others, if that makes sense. I'm going to wrap your reading up here. Thank you so much for watching. If anything I said resonated or you feel it will in the future, please let me know by liking and subscribing, and I'll see you next Tuesday for Tiny Tale Tarot Tuesdays.